Up, everybody? It's your boy, him from there, Brandon Lee Scott, if you know me. How's everybody doing? Coming to the end of March, I guess. Not I guess, but yeah, we're coming to the end of March. February was crazy. March has just been just as crazier. But we all here still, right? The bomb hasn't dropped yet, so I guess that's a good thing. Let me stop saying I guess. That is a good thing. The bomb hasn't dropped yet. We should be very happy that the bomb has not dropped yet, and that we're still here, functioning as a society, as a race, as a country. Everybody's here, so that's always a good thing, right? Always a good thing. Always a good thing. So let's get into it, man. Episode 11, man. Thank you for everybody that's been listening and supporting. All seven of my listeners, whatever. I'm gonna keep shamelessly plugging this thing, man, until it till the wheels fall off. I guess, man. Wheels haven't fell off yet, so I'm still here. I'm casting. Um, Shout out to everybody that's just been listening, man, and tuning in, man. I really, 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 really appreciate it, man. I hope you enjoy the content. So let's get into it, man. My first thing I want to talk about, man, is I don't know, man. I'm I know constantly sitting here and talk about how the internet is it's not even the internet, I guess. I don't know. I don't even call it social media. It's just everything that on your phone is just crazy, man. Some of the things and opinions and people do to get on famous and stuff. And I'm not in this to get famous because I think fame is a very very powerful drug that everybody shouldn't have access to, man. Because once you get it, man, you do things to keep it, and it's just crazy. But one thing, man, I've seen lately, man, is old people, old like people my age in their 40s, um, doing shit that whole situation with Ray J, Cameron, and Mace and Sean when they was talking about Brandy and everything and who was dating her at the same time and everything. I mean, I understand. I look at it as like a bunch of old dudes still reliving their high school days, like kissing and telling on shit from 20 years ago. It looks crazy to me, man. I think that's crazy, man. You 40 plus years old kissing and telling and talking about relationships from the past. Like it don't like why? I don't understand. I'm not gonna sit around with my friends, um, that I grew up with and stuff like that, and talk about relationships and chicks that we you had back in. I don't know. It seemed like it was just a very weird conversation to have to like try to brag about. Like there's certain things I don't know at 40. I understand like having reminiscing and stuff like that about stuff that you did when you were in your 20s or and stuff like that though. But I don't know, man. Sometimes it should just stay between friends. It should stay between y'all. It shouldn't be broadcast. I guess that's different because they're celebrities though. But I wouldn't have broadcast that of who was dating and who at the same time. But like I said, man, fame make you do crazy shit and stupid shit, and I think that's stupid, man. You 40 plus years old and talking about relationships that happened 20 to 30 years ago, man. I don't know, man. 20-year-old sexual conquest is crazy to me, man. Just we were in our 40s now. I understand you go back. Oh yeah, I used to mess with this chick, like this, that, blah blah blah, talking about. But I don't know, man. It just I guess when you put it out there on the internet, to me, is crazy. Kissing and telling at 40 years old is weird. This is just my opinion. Do what the hell you want to do, but to me, that's fucking weird. I don't get that, but whatever. Did anybody here see that this just made me laugh. This is one of the funniest thing I seen last week. Afro Man, remember the singer or rapper, whatever he was, Afro Man, the famous for the song because I got high. I think it won a Grammy or was nominated for a Grammy, whatever. But he's mostly known for that. But apparently, I don't know when it was the exact timeline of when it happened. I guess it was last year or something like that though. But they ran up in his house or something like that. The cops raided his house. Um, I don't know exactly what they were looking for, but they raided his house. The raid was caught on camera, and they did a bunch of stuff. I think they stole some money and stuff like that. And ate a piece of cake. I don't know. It was just go Google the whole. situation. But what the funny part is, he and the officers, he made a song about it. You know, dissing the officers and making fun of them and stuff like that. And then the officers tried to sue him for defamation of character for the officer like that. But he actually made a song about what actually happened. Like everything in the song was facts. So they took him to trial. He had a trial, and he like basically just broke down everything that they did, man. And I think he had one of the one of the officers that were trying to sue him, one of their wives, like was one of his witnesses or something like that during the trial. But it was crazy. But just to watch the whole thing, and he won. He like won his free speech case. I just thought it was hilarious the way he was in court, and the whole trial proceedings and everything that went on in the court was just fucking funny because he was just right about every single thing that they did in his house, and he made a song about it, and then went to court and then won the case. I think that shit is just freaking hilarious. And when you look at that, and then with the look at the the details and everything, and of the case and everything, and then look at the trial footage, I guess, and and everything that went on. Hilarious, man! Shout out to Afro Man for that, man. That was funny as hell. That was one of the funniest things I've seen this month, this year so far. That shit was great. That was some great stuff to see on the internet this year. I love shit like that. Just when somebody can I guess stiff the system. When he was in the right for everything, and it just, and then to do it in a comical way, man, and then it still be legal, and him not getting no flack for it, him actually win the court case for it. That shit was chef kiss for me. That was very 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 funny. Loved it, loved it. Um, last week, I've been, I've had some health scares in the last 5 years. I want to say I had a pulmonary embolism. If you know what that is a blood clot, and I had one in my lung. Those things, like shit like that, can take you out. So ever since then, I've been very, very much more health conscious because I got to be here for my wife and my kids and everything, and I want to still be here to watch them all graduate every level of school. So it's better to take care of yourself. I've been trying to eat better. I'm not saying I'm the most healthy eater, but I've gotten better from what I was. I was just trying to going into my 30s and stuff like that, eating like I was still in high school. I don't do that shit anymore though, but I do indulge when I can, in bad foods, I'll call it. But that I'm saying that because last week I've lost a ton of weight too. I've lost in the last year and a half. I've lost about 35 to 40 pounds. So been I've been all right. But last week, man, I woke up at like 4 in the morning, just a worse pain in my stomach, and I'm thinking, what? Oh my god! And I'm like, what did I eat? I didn't eat anything, that can cause. But I guess I felt it. It was just felt like it was like at first just felt like it was just a regular, really really bad stomach ache and everything. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool, whatever, it'll go away. Took some Pepto, tried to take some Tums, and but still it would not go away, man. So all day, man, till about 3 o'clock, I just couldn't take it anymore. It was on and off pain. So I, went to urgent care, and went to urgent care, took a urine test, and they told me they don't have the tools to, see exactly what's wrong. So they sent me to the emergency room. Went to the ER and found out that I had a kidney stone. Yeah, a kidney stone. Now everybody's heard of them and everything, and I'm like, all right, and I've heard the horror stories and everything, and I'm not saying I'd like downplayed it. I just heard people. There's a good episode of Seinfeld when Kramer has a kidney stone and stuff. So I just I'm going off of what I've heard and seen and by television and stuff like that. Word of mouth. But yeah, yeah. It's people. It's not a game. It is not a game. That is the worst pain I have ever, ever, ever had in my entire life. And I have broken my nose. I have broken an arm, a bunch of sprained ankles. I've pulled muscles. I've had bruised ribs, and all kinds of things have I've done to myself have happened to me, as coming, when it comes to pain and everything. But that, oh, people say, we say it all the time. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I'd wish that on my worst enemy. That's how bad that shit is. That shit is horrible. And if my worst enemy gets that, then good for you. You shouldn't have crossed me or did whatever you did to me, make me wanna.
have you go through that. But that, I mean, and then I started googling, in between the pain, you know, googling stuff like people with kidney stones, googling, how would you do kidney stone, and every single thing, even men and women, man, I've seen they say it. Women have say it is worse than childbirth, worse than childbirth. They say. So I get these things, this feeling of this thing passing through your body is when some women were saying is worse than childbirth. So oh my God, like I mean, but I was already, you know, looked at my wife like, oh, you know, had three children, went to labor three times, you've had children, and I guess contraction is the contractions and everything is the pain and everything that women go through. But now I'm like, if this is worse than a contraction, you are a superhero. You are women. You guys are freaking Avengers. Cause oh my God, that I was crying. I cried. Yes, I cried. Real tears, real down my face, tears, crying. I mean, at one point I was on all fours on my bed, just looking up at God, like, God, please make this go away. Make this go away. Oh my God, it was the worst pain I ever had. And all I can tell you, and then all they do is they give you Flomax to like loosen your, I guess that loosens whatever your urinary tract or whatever, because it's gonna pass, and then you just um wait, and that is the worst. And then the pain is not, the pain isn't constant. It like comes and goes, so you don't know when it's gonna happen. Like at one point you're like, oh, I guess it's over, and then like an hour later, and then the pain lasts for like 30 to 45 minutes of just intense. Feels like somebody's just stabbing you constantly in your side. It is the worst, the worst. And they saying if it happens because you don't drink enough water, but I had been drinking a lot of water. I kind of lacked off because I've been home more a little bit in the last couple of months. So when I was at work, I kept this really big water bottle and constantly was sipping on it. But at home, for some reason, I guess I wasn't drinking as much. But if that, oh man, and right now I haven't had nothing. But I finally like got off yesterday. I think yesterday I had some orange juice for the first time in like 2 weeks. I had drank some orange juice yesterday. But other than that, I've been drinking water because I never want to feel that. I haven't even. I'm not. I don't even know if I'm gonna get back on the soda thing. I don't know. They say a lot of sodium too can have it can cause it too. Too much sodium. I haven't been lacking on the sodium, but I'm that's another thing I'm trying, and I'm like I've been googling and looking at like everything to try to prevent kidney stones. I have a couple of appointments now with the kidney doctor and the urologist and stuff like that because yeah, I don't ever want to go through that again. That was horrible, 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 horrible. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. That's how I felt going through that. That shit was not a fucking game. Like so, men, women, everybody that's listening, who try to. It's not like it's avoidable. You just it happens to anybody, everybody. It can happen to anybody and everybody. It's not something like you can just. But I guess doing preventive measures is what I'm gonna do now because I don't ever want to do that again. God, please, 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 like James Brown, please, please, please. Don't ever, ever want to go through that again. Sheesh. All right. Yeah. So let's talk about the war we're at. Well, the country. I keep saying we, like, but whenever the United States goes to war or starts, whatever we have, they say we, like it's us over there fighting, and but it's not. It's our brave men and women of the military that are over there actually doing this stuff. So, but like I don't get how a man can. This is this behavior this guy is having is it's real life villain, super villain behavior. This is real life super villain behavior. This man is like you just like you don't get the approval of the Congress to declare war. You just go start bombing people like the whole Venezuelan thing. You just went in and kidnapped their president. This is not that's not normal shit. That is super villain, you know, movie fucking like he even then he like the shit that he does is like this is real life fucking James Bond villain stuff. Like that whole gold coin thing. He wants to like try to put himself on a coin and make his own coin. Like who? Like those are plots that in like a lot of James Bond movies and shit like that, and um movies, super villain movies, spy movies, like this guy like dictators and try to make their own currency. Like that's movie shit. Like why do you need your own money, your face on money? Like that is really fucking psycho supervillain behavior. Like in real life, this dude is doing this. Like, where is our fucking James Bond to stop this guy? Where is our super spy to come in and end this guy's tyranny? But we can't because this is our country doing this. Like, all people looking at us look at it, us like now we have a fucking supervillain in charge. Like the way we look at other countries and they have their crazy leaders like the Kim Jong Ils and the Ayatollahs and the Stalins, and back then, like, do they look at us now like we have one of those crazy people in charge of our country? That shit is embarrassing. Like, we're not like that. We're not crazy supervillains. We're humans that go to work every day and raise our kids and watch sports and do stuff that's just normal. Watch movies and listen to music and try to enjoy our lives. No, we're viewed as the country that has that crazy person in charge. It's fucking sickening, man. It's sickening that we have to look like that, like this, because of one crazy white dude. I said it. It makes me ill. Makes me ill. Sorry. I don't even know why I did that sound. It makes me ill, but that's hit the wrong button. Real life fucking super villain in the fucking White House running our fucking country. And we have to sit back and hope he doesn't get us blown up. Scary, scary times, people. Scary times, man. Let's just try to enjoy lives, man. Raise our children, and hope the next. This is just the first year. Think about it. It's 3 more years of this shit. This is just the first year. That's why I look at it like, oh, it'll be over soon. No, 3 years is a long time. Hopefully, this go by fast and we'll survive it and move on. And he could just go and retire somewhere to Mar-a-Lago or whatever the hell it is. Sometimes I have to like drive past Bedmeister. I guess Bedmeister is his golf club in here in Jersey. His golf course is. Sometimes I just want to go over there and just I stick up my middle finger and just go, fuck you and golf, you crazy son of a bitch. God, oh my God. Just pray for us, man. Pray, 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 pray. This is speaking of prayer. There's one thing that was on my mind. I saw. I always see on Facebook, um, people praying, and I pray for people. I do believe in God, but there is some things about the I'm not gonna say about God. There's certain things about the church experience that I've always um thought that was kind of weird and I didn't agree with and stuff like that. And I found some of it funny, like when that Drewski made fun of the pastors and stuff like that. Yeah, I find stuff like that because I get that, like that some of that stuff with the churches and especially with the money and the stuff is I don't know, it's weird to me, and some of that I don't get, especially with the people that pay tithes. Now, if you pay church tithes, that's whatever, that's on you and everything. I guess helps keep the church open and stuff like that. But sometimes people, like some of these pastors, sell the tithes like you giving the money to God, and like I don't understand that whole 5% or 2% of whatever of church tithes and paying to. It's like if you know, God, you should have to pay to go to church. I don't know. It shouldn't be a a door charge. And I understand if you're taking collections to keep the church upkeep and everything, yes, and to keep church programs and and gives. But I don't know. Some the tithing thing is I've never tithed, and not knock anybody that does, but I don't know that part of the church experience is just not. I don't get that. I don't get the whole giving tithes thing. And I don't know. Don't argue with me. Argue me with your mother about that one. That's just how I feel. But I do believe in God, and and stuff like that. I believe heavily in God. I pray all the time. I believe a lot of things that have happened in my life. It's nothing but God that was done, that did it. So I believe in the Lord and everything, but the church part, some of it, is kind of iffy for me. But hey, that's this is just one man's opinion. So don't knock me or cancel me for that opinion of mine. So the last couple of days we this look like the summer is going to be, as the kids say, lit. I'm gonna say the summer is gonna be dope because I'm 47 and that's how I talk. So, but the summer is gonna be dope. There's a lot of concerts. We got the Jay-Z at Yankee Stadium for 3 shows. That's going to be huge. Um, I'm trying to be a part of that. So I don't care where I sit. People are paying thousands of dollars. If I get some tickets for a couple of hundred, it's gonna be great. I just want to be in the house for that. I just want to be there. I don't care. I just want to be there singing along, man. And the Reasonable Doubt show too. That's the one I want to go to because Reasonable Doubt is when I was first introduced to Jay Z. Well, not really. Reasonable Doubt is the album, but before that, I was um, Jay Z fan from the first single. I mean, not the first single. I think the first time I heard him on Can I Get Open. I guess that's the first time I heard Hov was Can I Get Open. Yeah, I think Can I Get Open with damn. I know the name of the group. This is messing with me right now. I'm gonna sit here for I would sit here, but I'm since I'm not time, but I don't want to sit here and waste your time. Me trying to think what group that was he was with. But can I get open when he kicked that? Can't call, can I? Never question will I, but when I rip it, will I? That verse kind of introduced me to Hove, and anything but before that, man. The in my lifetime, both and this is when they was doing the videos themselves, like he told you in not reasonable, but like he told you in Streets is Watching video, they were showing the early years of Rockefeller. They was doing the videos themselves and filming, in the Caribbean and stuff like that. And that's money out their pocket. They was doing them videos. So that's when I was a whole fan when they was only showing his videos on public access. So I'm definitely want to be in the house for Jay Z, man. I mean, Eminem is my favorite rapper, but definitely second after is definitely Jay Z. He's definitely in my top 5 that are alive, and will always will be a whole fan. So I definitely want to be in the house for that. And also, my other sickening obsession is the Wu Tang. I've seen them twice already in my adult years on stage, and the show is amazing. And I'm trying to go again. They're gonna be here in Homedale, New Jersey, at the PNC Arts Theater in September, on September 11th. That's gonna be a dope show, and they will be on tour with, yes, Bone Thugs and Harmony, another one of my favorite all time rap groups. My brother's favorite rap group. Rest in peace, Scotty. Me and him would just that's the one. I mean, we always had difference in music and stuff like that, and but that was the one group between us that was like we both were fans of Bone Thugs. Like that was we both agreed that Bone Thugs was super dope and have all their albums, sung along to all their songs when we understood them. Or try to act like you understood what the fuck they said, but shit, I don't know. That shit was sounded amazing anyway. Especially we smoked a lot of weed watching that shit too. So I mean, excuse me, listening to that shit. So that kind of canceled it out because like, well, whatever they say, it sounds dope. It still sounds dope too without the marijuana, but still back then when I was in my 20s and shit like that, smoking and listening to Bone was the shit. That was me and my brother did. So that's like the black Grateful the black Grateful Dead. Is it Grateful Dead? The Deadheads people, what you call it? I don't know. That's people sit back and do drugs to those music. We just spoke marijuana to a lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. But those albums are all great, man. Those first, I mean, all I love all Bone Thugs albums. Some are better than others, but those first 2 Bone Thugs albums, those classic shit right there. I love it. So I'm glad, and it's gonna be Wu and Bone in the same show. Oh, that is gonna be crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, and I love going to the Woo and the shows now with the artists of people that we grew up listening to because it's the vibe is crazy positive and it's a bunch of people the same age. There's no violence. Everybody's there just to have a good time listening to good music, and I love it, man. Like the 2 times I've been to see Wu Tang already, the vibe and the the vibe and the damn. See, that's when smoking all that marijuana in my 20s messes up because I try to use a word and I can't remember the word I'm looking for. The atmosphere, atmosphere. There it is. Atmosphere. The whole atmosphere and vibe of those concerts is fucking amazing, man. Because everybody's just there, listening and just remembering. I mean, I was next to white people talking about Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, man. Sitting next to old white ladies, man. Just this is what they listened to when they was teenagers, just like me, man. It just brings so much. It brings people together, man. It's a very, very positive vibe when you go to these Wu-Tang shows, man. I love it, man. I enjoyed myself, man. It was great. I remember the first one I went to. I had on my fatigue pants and my Tims, a Wu Tang T-shirt, and I was walking across the street going to the into the venue, and this young cop, this young black cop, he was like, "Yo, why is everybody?" He didn't understand. He was like, "Why does everybody have on army fatigue and stuff like that?" I was like, "The Wu Tang, man." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Wu Tang Clan, man. This is how this is this is how they dressed in the '90s, man. They had the army fatigue on, man, with the Timbs and the Scullies. This is Wu Tang. He was young, man. He's like probably like 25 or something like that. He just didn't understand. I was like, Wu Tang, man. Wu Tang forever, man. Wu Tang forever, man. There's some things that may change, but Wu Tang is forever. So it's gonna be a great summer, man. Being that those groups will be out doing tours and doing shows, man. It's gonna be great. A great time, man. Great time. Um, hmm, weird sound effects going on. Um, another thing. Speaking of music, um, anybody else that has daughters, all those guys that have daughters now, there's some things that were cool, but now are not cool because you have daughters. Especially in music, there's some music. There's a lot of music that I used to listen to that like you hear now and it's like very cringy. Like a lot of stuff from Snoop's first album is like it used to be cool to sing along to if the homies it ain't no fun. But if you really sit there and listen to it, you like, no, it's not fun. If the homies can't have none, it's not. They did like even Hove, man, with Face Off. This goes out to my Brooklyn crew. Fuck 'em all day, fuck 'em all night. We don't love these hoes. Those songs used to be so fun to sing along to. Now it's like very, very cringy. Even Pigeons, like, oh man, Pigeons used to be my favorite song, especially in the 20s. And like I say all the time, I came up in the era when it wasn't buying women drinks and tricking on women. It was, you get that stuff yourself. At least that's how I felt. And the Pigeon song was just like Pigeons and um Cheapskate. Those songs like by the Sporty Thieves, those were classic. Oh man, you ain't getting nada from us. Not even a dollar from us. Those those shit like that, coming up was great to listen to, man. Awesome to listen to. And now it's like I hear him now and it's I'm kind of cringe a little bit. Some movies and stuff like that, like that one scene, the movie, remember the movie Fear with Mark Wahlberg? It used to be very, very good movie, very great thriller. It was when his movie career first started. He one of the movie. Him, Reese Witherspoon too was the other. I mean, there was younger days when they were first starting out, and I remember going to the movies to see Fear, and I was like, "Whoa, that was crazy!" Like very crazy storyline. But now I look at it, as a father, and I'm all for her pops. I mean, like, oh, she gave him the security code to get in, and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, that is. If you're a dad, you can't watch that movie now. I can't watch that movie now. It's too. Oh, it gives me trauma watching that movie now. When that stupid ass girl giving that dude the security code to get in her house, letting your boyfriend and letting your sneaking and growing up, a lot of us has probably been snuck in. Some girls has snuck us in their house. But when you get a daughter and you think about it now, it is not cool at all. You look at that shit like you know, you little having that little dude. You snuck this little mother. You what in my uh oh Lord, yeah. A lot of cringy things, man, become when you become a girl dad, man. You just like, oh, why, yeah. a lot of things, man. Just change your outlook when you have a daughter, man. It's gonna change. It changes your whole outlook on life, on everything. Everything you used to be like, that's all right. Is like, no, that's not all right. That is that is inappropriate. Please, not with my daughter, not with my little girl. No, you're not. Yeah. Whew. Whew. Good luck out there, dads, man. Just stay strong, man. Stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong. Um, another I guess this will be my last topic. Um, and I'll let you go if you're listening. Let me stop. Let you go. But are we like, especially with comedy? Like, I'm a huge, I say, inappropriate comedy. I don't know. I love South Park. I love now Rick and Morty and Family Guy and anything from Seth MacFarlane and stuff. And just I like really, I love comedy, in a whole, but what I really love is just bad, not bad, I mean, just very offensive, just shake your head like, I can't believe he just said that. I can't believe they're making fun of that comedy. And now it seems like it's hard to even share with people that you laugh at shit like that, because like it's like are we too woke now? Like everything, everybody is it's the most sensitive. Like it's hard. Like, and like I said, I love my South Park, man. I love my four little brothers, man. Stan, Kyle, um, Cartman, and Kenny, man, and their pop Spit and Randy Marsh and freaking all of them, man. All of the inappropriate shit that Randy does, and just I'm all for it, man. Especially Rick and Morty, man, and the Boondocks, like all the stuff, the stereotype jokes, and I'm into all of that, man. But it's so hard now because of how sensitive the world is and how sensitive everybody is, and people just can't laugh at stuff or just feel that it's just a joke. We need to laugh sometimes. Um, we need to laugh at things and just not take everything so seriously. Like it's cool to laugh at some things, to make jokes about stuff, but it's like in this society we are just too freaking woke, and it's annoying sometimes. Like, can I say this? Can I say that? Can I? It's hard, man, and it takes its toll on just comedy, man. And I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. I love to see funny shit and laugh at stuff, and it's just hard nowadays, man, because everybody takes shit like once you say one thing, man, that's it. You're this and that, and that's it, man. You just done. You are done. People cancel you. Just that's why I shout to Dave Chappelle, man. I don't know. You can't cancel Chappelle because he don't give a fuck. He's like, fuck it. I said it. Yep, that's how I feel. That's you don't like it. Fuck it. Don't laugh. That's one thing. And I see a lot of clips of people at comedy show. Like, how do you go to a comedy show and get offended? It's comedy. That's what you're there for, to laugh. And whatever the hell the comedian finds funny, you don't have to find it funny. You don't have to laugh, but you don't have to. You can't comment on it and say, "Well, that's not funny." That's this. That's that. That's the whole point of going out to a comedy show. So anytime I see these clips of people going out to comedy shows and share their woke opinions with the fucking comedian and tell him he's just inappropriate and you should go. Just stay home. You should not be at a comedy show. Like, they don't shouldn't invite your ass to come out and ruin it for everybody. You are ruining it for everybody. Crazy, 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 crazy. All right, I'm gonna end on that note, man. Like I said, shout out to everybody that's still listening to your boy. I really, really appreciate it. I hope I'm not boring you to death. I hope you're actually sitting here listening and laughing and you know share your opinions with me. I'm soon to try and get. I'm trying to get guests. Comment if you want to be a guest and let me know, man. The first couple of people I'm gonna ask are, and we're gonna talk about anything, man. You know, I'm gonna have somebody on for sports, somebody on for social commentary, somebody on for political commentary. Just we're gonna talk about stuff and talk about the world, man. I just talk sometimes, so stay tuned for that, man. Stick with me, man. I'm trying to get everything in order, try to get everything in place, and entertain y'all, man, and listen to my boring voice for 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes longer. But nah, definitely shout out, man. Thank you, man, for listening, man. I really appreciate it, man. Hope you're enjoying the show. Him from there. You can check me out on Apple Podcast, on Spotify Podcast, And you can go to my YouTube page under the name Him From There. Leave a comment, whatever. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you don't like it. Tell me if you like it. Tell me I'm doing a bad job. Tell me I can do a better job. Tell me whatever you can, man. I'll take any kind of constructive criticism. I don't care because I have thick skin because I grew up in the projects and people used to pick on anything. People picked on you for anything, so you can't phase me with the comments. So say whatever the hell you feel, but that's how I would like it. I wouldn't like it any other way. But thank you, man. Appreciate it, people, man. Keep listening, man. This is your boy Him From There. Holla.